The First Voyage of Sindbad the Sailor. Long ago, in the bustling city of Baghdad, there lived a young man named Sindbad. He was born into wealth, but after squandering his inheritance on a life of luxury, he found himself poor and desperate. Determined to restore his fortune, Sindbad decided to seek his destiny at sea. The journey begins. Sindbad joined a merchant ship bound for distant lands. The crew set sail, carrying goods to trade in far-off ports. For days the voyage was smooth, and Sindbad marveled at the vastness of the ocean. However, fate had other plans. One day, the ship encountered a violent storm. The waves rose like mountains, and the wind howled like a beast. The ship was tossed mercilessly until it struck a hidden reef and began to sink. Sindbad and the crew clung to debris, but the storm swallowed the ship whole. Sindbad, exhausted and alone, drifted on a piece of wood until he washed ashore on a strange, uncharted island. The Island of Wonders. The island was lush and teeming with life. Sindbad explored its forests and discovered a stream of fresh water. As he wandered, he stumbled upon a massive, smooth object half buried in the sand. To his astonishment, it was a giant egg, larger than any he had ever seen. Before he could ponder further, the ground trembled, and a shadow loomed overhead. A colossal bird, with wings that blotted out the sun, descended from the sky. It was the Roc, a mythical creature of immense size and power. The rock settled on the egg, and Sindbad realized he had found a way off the island. Using his turban as a rope, he tied himself to the bird's leg. When the rock took flight, Sindbad was carried high into the sky, soaring over mountains and oceans. The Valley of Diamonds. The rock eventually landed in a deep, rocky valley. Sindbad untied himself and hid as the bird fed on a giant serpent. The valley was unlike anything he had ever seen. Its floor glittered with diamonds, but it was also infested with venomous snakes. Sindbad knew he had to escape, but the cliffs were too steep to climb. As he pondered his predicament, a piece of raw meat fell from the sky. Sindbad remembered a tale he had heard. Merchants in this region would throw meat into the valley, hoping diamonds would stick to it. Eagles would then carry the meat to their nests, where the merchants would retrieve the diamonds. Seeing his chance, Sindbad filled his pockets with as many diamonds as he could carry and tied himself to a large piece of meat. Soon, an eagle swooped down, grabbed the meat, and carried Sindbad out of the valley. The merchants were astonished to find a man attached to their prize, but Sindbad's charm and wit won them over. They welcomed him and marveled at his story. Return to Baghdad. With the diamonds he had collected, Sindbad became wealthy beyond his dreams. He returned to Baghdad, where he lived in luxury once more. But the sea called to him, and though he had faced great danger, Sindbad knew this was only the beginning of his adventures. Moral of the story. Sindbad's first adventure teaches us the value of courage, resourcefulness, and perseverance. Even in the face of overwhelming odds, Sindbad's ingenuity and determination allowed him to turn misfortune into fortune.